What's up, explorers? Today I want to talk to you all about how I used to stay warm in the van when I did not have the diesel heater. I realize it is already February and it's late in the season for this video, but maybe this could be some assistance in the future. The main way that I used to stay warm in the wintertime in my van was a 0-degree sleeping bag. It doesn't have to be the expensive, lightweight backpacking type of sleeping bags. I got a pretty heavy and big sleeping bag, and that thing I would not take backpacking with me, but it's perfect for van life, car camping, or any of that type of stuff. It's hefty, it's very fluffy, and I just lay in it right across my bed, and I never gotten really cold with it on. I've gotten hot where I've had to take like half of it off, but I've never gotten cold. Excuse the mess on the bed, but as you can see, like, I have sleeping bags as like a comforter on my bed, and I also have like the fleece blanket. So when it's not really cold, I just sleep under this, and if I get a little bit chilly, I just put this on over top, and that does the trick. This is a 40-degree sleeping bag, so I use this the most. Another way before I got that 0-degree sleeping bag is I would combine this 40-degree and the 30-degree sleeping bag, all from Walmart. And that kept me warm in 25 degrees Fahrenheit. That works. That's a good way as well. If you already have like a 30 or a 40 or 50, just combine sleeping bags to bring up the warmth value. The Mr. Buddy heater. Now, I particularly don't like the Mr. Buddy heater as a heating solution for inside of your van, because propane puts off moisture, and that can have condensation and have mold grow inside of your van if you don't have the proper ventilation. And another thing that I don't like about that is you have to keep changing the 1 pound propane tanks pretty often. I think like 4 hours you have to change to another propane, and that can get pretty expensive. I did try that, and I just didn't like it, and I couldn't like sleep with it on, and it was just like, yeah, I just did not like the Mr. Buddy solution. You can potentially like smother yourself because it takes up the oxygen, and yeah, I wouldn't do it. But if in a pinch or emergency, do it. Just stay alert, stay awake. Another thing that helps is also if you have windows, cover your windows. This is just a blackout curtain I got from Dollar General, and it really does keep the cold air down, because when I have this kind of cracked open like that, I can feel the cold air just flowing in, and then like when I fasten it just like that, I feel it no longer. That does a great job. And back here on my rear windows, they're a little rough, yeah, but I mean, they do the job. They insulate these windows, and they really keep me warm. I don't feel any cold air coming from those windows whatsoever. And I made these out of Reflectix and blackout curtain. I just cut the curtain, wrap the Reflectix in it, and I have it up with magnets. And those are just like stuffed in like the crevice of the window, and they stay pretty perfectly. Behind these walls are 2-inch foam board insulation. One side's like Reflectix, and I ran it through all the walls, all back there, and I put them in the rear doors, and also in that wall right there, and in the sliding door. Now, I don't know exactly how much it helps, but I know it does help a lot, because these metal walls in a vehicle can radiate the cold if you don't cover them up. And that's why you see with like the star covering over the metal in my van. I put that there just to keep the cold from radiating in. And even though it's like a paper thin material, That material keeps that metal from getting really cold and having it reverberate that cold air in. So do yourself a favor, even if it's just a little bit of insulation, put insulation in and cover the metals. The height of your bid. The higher up your bid is, the warmer it's going to be, because heat rises, and the closer it is to the ceiling, it's all going to fill in and it's going to be warmer, and like your body heat's going to be reverberating. So the higher up your bid is, the warmer it'll be. But not also will it be warmer, you'll have more space under your bid. Like my height of the bid, I can't fit my big cooler under it. So if I raised it more, I would be able to fit the cooler and a lot more bigger objects under my bed. Also, something that I find works really good is to have a blackout curtain or like a thick partition. Because I notice when this is open, right, I feel a lot cooler in here. I feel all the cool air coming from the front. But when this is closed, the space is smaller, and with body heat, it heats up the space a little bit and it keeps it warmer than it would be if it was like a bigger space or wide open. So this is just a blackout curtain. Again, I love that blackout curtain material because it's insulating, and that keeps all of that cold air up there. And make sure that it goes all the way down to the floor, because if it doesn't, that cold air is just gonna go under it and fill the space. Something that's important when it's winter time or cool is keep the condensation in mind. You're gonna want to ventilate that condensation out. It's gonna have to have some way to go out. If not, it's just gonna build up in your rig. So that's why I left the factory headliner in my van. This is built to absorb condensation, and that keeps a lot of the condensation down. And this roof vent, when you crack this open, it gives even more flow of the condensation out. You don't have to have a roof vent, but I would highly suggest, because I didn't have a roof vent for a while, but I had side windows and like a regular fan that I could blow out and exhaust in and all of that good stuff. Just keep that in mind. This is absolutely my favorite way yet of heating my van. The diesel heater. This thing gets very warm and it blows out hot air. It's a 10 kilowatt diesel heater, way overkill for my van. So I have to run it on low and then run the high mode for an hour very often, just to keep all the soot out. I keep the tank for my diesel right here, as you can see, right at the sliding door. So when I'm at a pump, slide that open, put the diesel pump in there, and pump in diesel. The actual diesel heater itself is installed under my bed. I know I got to do some wire management better, but it works. That's my diesel heater, and that's where I put it. It's a Vivor brand diesel heater. It cost me $86, but I got it on sale, so it was so worth a try. But you do have to cut holes in your floor. That's the only downside. I bit the bullet, cut the hole in the floor. Now I'm enjoying heat. And also another thing to note is my carbon monoxide alarm fell behind my bed. I have to pick that up. But make sure you get a carbon monoxide fire alarm. Out of safety precautions for any type of heating thing, I know diesel heaters aren't supposed to put off CO2, but in the event that it's not running properly and it does let off CO2, you'll be prepared. I hope that you found this video useful and it gave you just a bit more insight on how to keep warm in your van. A lot of these are climate depending. Some climates may be warmer than Virginia, some may be colder. Just apply as you see fit. If there's something I missed or you know another way that you can stay warm, please feel free to comment down below at the bottom and help others stay warm. Peace, love, and have a great day wherever you are.